This is Banyan Kids podcast, and today we will be interviewing middle school staff.
The first question of today is, what job were you in before Banyan?
Before Banyan, I worked at an ice cream store all through high school. I worked at Sebastian Joe's, and then in college I worked as an event staff, and this past year I worked as a student fellow, which is kind of like an RA.
¿Usted a qué país le gustaría ir?
Creo que me gustaría ir a Dinamarca, porque es de donde mi nombre es y de donde mi familia es.
Oh, qué bonito.
How old are you right now?
I am 20 years old.
Did you finish college or are you still in college?
I just finished my second year of college, so I've got a couple years to go.
¿Qué color le gusta más?
Me gusta más el verde.
¿Qué clase de música le gusta?
Clase como
Como
¿cuál tipo?
latina,
Sí, como
romántico, cualquier.
Me gusta mucha la música folclórica o folk y no sé, como indie rock. Sí.
¿Estás casada o tienes hijos?
No estoy casada y no tengo hijos.
Have you ever visited somewhere that isn't in Minnesota?
I have. I've been to a couple other countries, and I go to Memphis, Tennessee every year to visit family.
¿Le gusta a usted viajar?
Sí, mucho.
¿Toda su familia está aquí o está en otro país o en otro estado?
Mucha de mi familia está aquí en Minneapolis, pero tengo algunas tíos, tías y primos en Tennessee, y mi hermana está viajando a Washington, D.C. este año.
What college did you go to?
I go to Vassar College.
¿Tiene alguna película favorita que le guste?
Sí, tengo dos, y es Good Will Hunting y Miracle.
Last question that we're gonna ask right now is, when is your birthday?
My birthday is March 25th.
That's fun. So thank you for, speaking on this podcast. Now we're gonna switch to
Our second
Bennett.
educator.
our second educator, Bennett.
Hello, sir. I'm glad that you give me the time of day for this interview. I would just like to ask a few questions, if that's alright.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to be here.
So, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good, Good day today. Weather's nice.
I feel
So-
bad for the kids.
So, what is your name and how old are you?
My name is Bennett Reescraft, and I am 27 years old.
That's pretty nice. What is your full name, though?
What's my full name?
Yes.
My full name is Bennett Michael Reescraft. Yeah, people don't usually call me by that.
Yeah.
Some people call me Benito, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Certain someones who are interviewing me.
Like me
Yeah.
and Jason from that one. How long have you been working here?
I've been working here for about a year and a half. I'm working here for about a year and a half
Gotcha.
at this point.
What is your role here at Banyan?
My role is I'm the secondary educator. So I work with the middle school and high schoolers, primarily with the 8th graders who are transitioning from middle school to high school. My role has includes a lot of outreach to different high schools and middle schools and trying to connect our youth to those programs.
Okay. How do you feel about working here?
How do I feel about working here? I love working here. This has been one of my favorite jobs that I've ever had.
How so?
How so? I love working with the kids. I love seeing you guys grow and adapt and change, and seeing the progress that you guys make, just on a social level and on an emotional level.
Uh-huh.
Like, I've seen a lot of progress with all of you guys throughout the time that I've been here, and I'm really happy to be a part of this community and help you guys learn something that you may have not learned before, or just like as a refresher, just someone to be there when times get tough.
Yeah. That's really great. What did you work before you started working here?
Where did I work before I started working here? Right before I started working here, I worked as I was in school, and during my time in school, I worked in a nursing home in the kitchen, delivering food and waiting tables and stuff like that. But I've worked with youth plenty of years in the past. I used to run a summer camp for different STEM topics like robotics and coding and stuff like that. I worked in a group home with kids who had different mental disabilities and family trauma and stuff like that, and I worked at that for about a year. But yeah, like I love what I do, and all those kind of roads led me to here.
Well, Bennett, it's been a pleasure having you with me today, and I'm sure our listeners have now learned lots from you. And to our viewers, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast to receive more interviews like this one. Until next time.